Hi friends, our next live session for all of our AI course enrolled students will be on the coming Sunday, which is the 17th of October, again at 7 p.m. This session also, just like the previous one, will be a 2 to 2.5 hour live session, and it will be conducted via AirMeet. All course enrolled students would get an email on their registered email address on how to join this AirMeet discussion itself. The topic of discussion this time is a continuation of what we studied last time. So we'll continue on MongoDB. We have learned the foundations in the previous live session. In this live session, this will be a part 2 of MongoDB, and this will be the final part where we'll understand document stores and specifically MongoDB in lots of detail. In the previous live session, we discovered and discussed what are the origins of why NoSQL came into existence in the first place. How in the early 2000s, there is this whole movement away from relational databases to NoSQL databases. And we also talked about what applications and what sort of real world workloads actually created the need for non-relational or NoSQL databases. Then we understood about the fundamental differences between relational and document stores. We also learned about other NoSQL databases also, like in-memory databases, similarly key value data stores, graph data stores, etc. But we didn't go too deep into it because our focus has been about MongoDB. Then we learned about the internals of indexing. We learned how indexing is done using B+ trees and also hash tables, both in relational databases as well as in MongoDB. We also set up the whole MongoDB on a local laptop/desktop, and we also learned some basic CRUD commands, how do you create a database, how do you create a collection, and simple things like that. We also learned about the BSON format, the binary JSON format that MongoDB uses and why it uses binary JSON, also with some more details on how data modeling can be done. In the next session, we will continue on the CRUD operations because we have not yet completely gone through them thoroughly. So we'll do those hands-on commands much more thoroughly. And at the same time, we'll also learn about how to scale. Imagine there are broadly two types of scaling, vertical and horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling is sort of like a distributed setup. So we'll learn that in a lot more detail on how you can actually process hundreds of terabytes or even petabyte scale data sets on MongoDB using horizontal scaling. We'll also learn about sharding, replication sets, very standard concepts in distributed databases. So we'll learn all those. We'll also learn about all indexing options that MongoDB provides and how MongoDB enables transactions, because this was a topic that some of the students asked in the last live session in Q&A. So we thought we'll cover that briefly. Again, we'll try to cover all these with real world examples. So please join on the coming Sunday, which is the 17th of October at 7 p.m. via AirMeet. See you.